All right, race fans, let's recap a wild Friday afternoon here at Delaware Park, July 31st, as we get ready for August. We had a big day here Friday, a bunch of long shot winners, some nice payouts in the pick fives. Let's get right to the racing action. Race 1 would kick off the popular early pick five. They bet over 43,000 into the early pick five. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the main track, which was fast all afternoon. Race 1's a nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies. Let's go to the voice of Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of Friday's Race 1.
Away and running. Good inside speed from Befuddled. My Hometown Gal is right there too, and so is Collect the Check as they settle down. Think Pink is wide on the track, and Scarlet Rogue's in the thick of it too. Martini with a Twist was just a touch slow when the starter said go, and shown the whip is Sassy Miss. Befuddled leads the posse in pursuit and shows the way by a long neck at best. My Hometown Gal now takes the lead with ease, and a new leader, My Hometown Gal, kicks for the money. Befuddled is right there sticking to that rival in second. Scarlet Rogue is on the far outside in the red cap. Collect the Check trying to dig deep and find more with Martini with a Twist. These are the 5 past the quarter pole. My Hometown Gal nursing a 1-length lead. Collect the Check's in the thick of it too. Homeward bound now. My Hometown Gal gets the rein shaken, leads by 1. Collect the Check continues the chase, but here comes Martini with a Twist, and this is the winning move. Martini with a Twist, thundering down the center of the track. My Hometown Gal second over Collect the Check, and Scarlet Rogue. Martini with a Twist has won it. My Hometown Gal was second, Collect the Check third, Scarlet Rogue was fourth.
Trainer Gary Capuano is the best 2-year-old trainer in the country right now, and I'm serious. Bob Baffert and Wesley Ward, they should all call Gary Cap and get some pointers on the 2-year-olds. He's 40% and a positive ROI from a large sample with his 2-year-olds, and he wins another 2-year-old race here with Martini with a Twist. The 2-year-old daughter of Golden Pal breaks her maiden and her 3rd career try. Nice ride there, Cipriana Gill for the Gary Capuano barn. Martini with a Twist went off even money and paid $4.20 to win race 1. Let's take a look here at race 2. Race 2, we'd kick off the early pick 4. Maiden 25,000 for 2-year-olds, 5.5 furlongs. Let's check out the action here from race 2.
Away and running. Slow in his stride was Chasing Chad. Good speed from Nazir. The first one in, the first one away. But there goes Snow Homish. And deep on the track, Uniqueness is in the fighting mood too. Bearing Witness protects that rail position, and Chasing Chad's in a very tight spot. And that leaves King Sishko, the long shot, last of all. So a good battle brews up top. And King Sishko from last is going to try to press past the other 5, but Chasing Chad has a saloon passage up the inside. Snow Homish is right there taking over the lead, and Bearing Witness is in between rivals. Uniqueness is asked for more and responds in kind. Nazir's dropped away to second last, and King Cisco finally stretching out those legs as they get towards the quarter pole. Snow Homish kicks for home, and it's a confident lead too, and leads by 2 authoritative lengths. Bearing Witness is chasing hard. Late on the scene is King Cisco, and the black cap of Nazir closes in, but inside the final 220, it's all Snow Homish pulling away from Bearing Witness, and moving into third is Nazir late, but it's Snow Homish. A good-looking win over Bearing Witness, Nazir, and Uniqueness.
Wow, Snow Homish, he absolutely galloped. He wins easy on debut for owner breeder Lee Farms of Florida and trainer Jorge Delgado. Nice ride there. Carlos Rojas on the 2-year-old colt by Rock Your World, who went off a generous 5-1 and paid $12.20 to win race 2. Let's take a look here at race 3. Race 3 would kick off another pick 5. It's a claiming 5,003 and up, no conditions, a wide open nickel here, going 6 furlongs. Let's see what happens here in race 3.
Away and running. Good even start. Good speed in the white cap from Float On. Hawkstone is also right there in close attendance too. And Megan's Honor is tapped for speed. And Ankaises adds fuel to the fire. And a perfect trip today for Guayo with no excuses here. So they're 3 across the track. And Ankaises punches on through to have a nose in front. But Float On is poised to pounce on that leader in second. Chasing the top 2 guys, Hawkstone under a loose rein is right there in a position to challenge. Megan's Honor gets scrubbed upon in that 4th place spot, and Guayo still last of all. A stack of chances as they pass the 3 furlong pole. Hawkstone on the far outside comes calling for the lead. Float On is ready to take him on, and Kaises continues to protect that rail. Guayo has paced the chase. Megan's Honor showed the whip as they turn for home. No torn tickets yet as Hawkstone comes off the turn in the center of the field. Here's Ankaises battling back with stiffening resolve. Megan's Honor starting to get on track. Deep on the track is Guayo. They're battling on, and Hawkstone trying to slip away to a 1-length lead, but Guayo has stopped the trip. Guayo's getting closer to Hawkstone. Here's the results. Photo finish. If Hawkstone won it, it was by a thick lip. Photo in the 3rd.
Hawkstone wins for Nazario Racing Stable and trainer Pedro Nazario. Nice ride there. Paul Luna on the 4-year-old son of Catalina Cruiser, who's now a 5-time winner. He went off 5-2 and paid $7.60 to win race 3. Let's take a look here at race 4. Race 4 is one of the features of the day. A nice maiden special weight for 2-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs. We'd kick off the late pick 5 here in race 4. Let's check out the action from the 4th.
Away and running. Excellent speed from Squared Circle beats everyone off the blocks. Best Deal is chiming in, and so is I Got Street Sense. On the far outside, Daddy Moneybags comes away a handy 4th. And now as the dust settles, it's Coach Cristobal who emerges with the lead. Best Deal tracks in 2nd. I Got Street Sense is riding the rail to 3rd. Daddy Moneybags with a good trip today in 4th. And Williston Wizard is right there in a feisty mood as well. Squared Circle broke on top, soon outpaced. Indian Vero passes that one. And Roadcat was the one who was reluctant to load around the one and only turn. Coach Cristobal continues to lead, but for how much longer? Best Deal comes calling for the lead. Daddy Moneybags is in for the fight. Winding up is Indian Pharaoh. I Got Streets then shuffled, but stays at the rail and has a great big passage now. They're homeward bound now, and the yellow cap of Best Deal is kicked away with an onslaught of challengers closing in. And here comes Indian Pharaoh with power and pace. Indian Vero to confront Best Deal, who fights on bravely. Best Deal kicks. Indian Vero surges. Here's the result. Head bobber. It's between Best Deal and Indian Photo in a race 4 photo finish.
2nd-time starter Best Deal wins for trainer Uriah St. Louis and jockey Francisco Martinez. The 2-year-old colt by McKenzie went off 7-1 and paid $17.40 to win race 4. Let's check out race 5 here. Race 5 would kick off the late pick 4, claiming 8,000 filly mares 3 and up. A wide open 8-claimer going a mile 70 yards on the main track. Let's see what happens here in race 5.
Away and running. Skip Through the Fire was the first one to break the line. Sing Scat, a touch rank in the early go, now takes over the early lead. And Luminous Secret probes up the inside. Always Forward is caught wide at the 7.5. With Meaty Fast Flower, and Baby Socks is last of all. 7 furlongs to go for Sing Scat. It's a nice and relaxed pace too, and calls the shots by 1. Skip Through the Fire tracks in 2nd. Always Forward's deep on the track and out of trouble in 3rd in a race that sees 0 pace. Luminous Secret rides the rail in that 4th place position over Meaty Fast Flower, and Baby Socks is last of all. So it's Sing Scat leading them down the back of the track by 3/4 of a length. Skip Through the Fire right there on hold in 2nd, and Always Forward also on the same page in that 3rd place position. Luminous Secret last glance 4 to 5 protects the rail position. Still near the backfield is Baby Socks, who's wide, and Meaty Fast Flower is towards the inside with 4 furlongs to go. Sing Scat continues the lead. Skip Through the Fire gets a reminder to stay on the speed. Always Forward wide both turns. Luminous Secret comes under a ride, not responding just yet. Baby Socks loops up on the far outside, and Meaty Fast Flower is last of all. But now they got to catch Always Forward, who pours on the jets and kicks away by 3. Skip Through the Fire has nowhere to give. Luminous Secret floundering at the moment as they turn to the top of the stretch. Always Forward has opened up on the opposition here. Meaty Fast Flower battles Luminous Secret, and Skip Through the Fire has nowhere to give, but inside the furlong grounds, Always Forward is pouring it on. Meaty Fast Flower chases with Skip Through the Fire, but Always Forward was the longest shot on the board to beat Meaty Fast Flower, Skip Through the Fire, and Luminous Secret.
Always Forward wins for my good friend Jose Corrales, shipping up from Maryland to get the money here on the 6-year-old mare, who's now a 5-time winner. She's now made over $100,000 in career earnings. Nice ride there, jockey Jorge F. Hernandez, who gets his first win of the meet, second win of the meet for the Corrales barn. 10-1, Always Forward went off, and she paid $23.40 to win race 5. The early pick 4 paid over $3,000. The early pick 5 paid over $7,400. Congratulations if you had that. Let's take a look here at race 6 to kick off the final pick 3 of the day. Maiden claiming $7,500. Filly and mares 3 and up, 5.5 furlongs. Let's see what happens here in race 6.
Away and running. Good speed on the inside for Jet Spin. There's those lime sleeves of Hugs for Aries, and Cityfied backs off the pace battle in third. Letter Sizzle comes away in that 4th place position, and Wriggle Rules under a loose rein tracks in 5th. I'm a Material Girl has paced the chase, and Candy Luna trails with Run Chachi Fun. So Hugs for Aries makes a break for it and couldn't be going any faster at the 3.5, leads by 3. Dwindling lengths. Cityfied is on the hunt, and so is Letter Scissor in that 3rd place position. I'm a Material Girl starts to hit her best stride, but is still 4 lengths down off the speed, and Wriggle Rules is closing in well. They just passed the quarter pole, and Hugs for Aries has her back up against the ropes. Cityfied comes calling for the lead. On the far outside, Letter Sizzle, and there goes I'm a Material Girl with a slingshot move up the fence, and Wriggle Rules is wriggling home down the center of the track, and Wriggle Rules has all this momentum. Gotta press past Cityfied in the final 100 yards. Here comes Wriggle Rules to Cityfied, but Cityfied digging down deep, and Cityfied wins by a long neck at 14-1 to beat Wriggle Rules, I'm a Material Girl, and Letter Sizzle.
Cityfied came off the layoff, made his first start for owner-trainer Don Bryant, and he goes right to the winner's circle at 14-1. Nice ride there, Ajari Williams, the 4-year-old filly by City of Light, breaks her maiden in her 10th career try. Cityfied paid a big $30 to win race 6. Let's take a look here at race 7, our only turf race of the day. 5 furlongs on a yielding turf course with the rail at 33 feet. 45,000 starter allows, 3 and up, never won 2. Let's see what happens here in race 7.
Away and running. Super Lasting Secret is fast off the blocks. Lundy Loot also showing good early speed. Blue Suede Hoofs guns it from gate 1 to take over the leading role. So it's Blue Suede Hooves tracked intently by Super Lasting Secret. Up the inside, Parts is right there, and so is Man with the Money. Enzo is looping up on the far outside, and Lundy Loot, and the early trailers Case of the Mondays around the yielding saw they go, and it's Blue Suede Hooves holding on to a 3/4 of a length lead. Enzo's deep on the track. Super Lasting Secret comes under a ride. Parks is ready to pounce, looking for the out. Man with the Money peels on out as they turn for home. Blue Suede Hooves continues the lead, and Enzo is ready to pounce, and there goes Enzo, but Parks is closing in with good strides too. At the gap, ducking in badly was Enzo, and Parks has all of this glorious momentum and is rolling now. Parks hits the front over Enzo, and Man with the Money, Parks was a good-looking winner. Enzo was second, Man with the Money third, and Blue Suede Hooves was fourth.
Parks, the 3-year-old son of Painter, wins for Gerard Stable and trainer Suzanne Sestenius. Nice ride there, jockey Jerion Barbosa. Parks now a 2-time winner. He went off 3-1 and paid $8 to win race 7. If you played the pick 5 that started race 3 and ended with race 7, It was a 3 out of 5 payout with all the long shots. 3 out of 5 payout for $25.25. We'll have a nice carryover in the pick 5 starting race 3 tomorrow, Saturday. The carryover will be $6,666.56. Again, that carryover applies to the pick 5 starting race 3 tomorrow on Saturday. Let's take a look here at the 8th and final race from Friday. Race 8's a nice maiden special weight for straight 3-year-olds going 6 furlongs. Let's see what happens here in the Friday finale.
Away and running. Terrible start for number 5. He is a miracle. There's the favorite, Amber Jack, taking an uncontested lead from Scrutinator in second, and Bogus Operandi came away in third. Stogie Joe tracks the pace in fourth, and Witness Protection, Toey in the Gate, came away in fifth. And there's a huge divide back to Osmond the Great Stampede, and nothing from He Is a Miracle. 4 furlongs to go, and the favorite has no excuses. Amber Jack just floats along to the 3.5 and leads by 1. Scrutinator is hot on the pursuit in second, and Bogus Operandi gets closer to Amber Jack speed. A distant fourth is Stogie Joe, and a non-threatening fifth is Witness Protection. Here's the quarter pole for Amber Jack, still leading in hand and in command. Bogus Operandi took a run, and here he comes, but they still got to catch Amber Jack at the top of the stretch. Ask for a bit more and responds in kind. Bogus Operandi making Amber Jack work hard, but Amber Jack continues to dig deep and find plenty. Bogus Operandi, then Scrutinator, and trying to close in late Stampede for the balance, but it's all Amber Jack here. Amber Jack 3 to 5 and should have been 1 to 9, beating Bogus Operandi, Scrutinator, and Osmond the Greats in a photo for 4th.
Lights out here for Amber Jack. He wins for fun in his 4th career try. He gives trainer Jorge Delgado and jockey Cipriana Gill their 2nd win today. Nice 3-year-old colt here by Complexity. Went off 3 to 5 and paid $3.40 to win race 8. If you hit the late pick 5, there are 2 winning tickets for the late pick 5. It paid $9,609.60. Congratulations if you had that. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll tell you about a big day we have in store for you on Saturday. All right, well, I was a little cold with my picks today, but overall it was a good day. I saw some of my good friends here today. The Brachelli and Trot family were here with the horse in the first race, and the Bowman family had a nice horse in race 7. My friend Jose Corrales won a race, so good day seeing some of my friends today here at Delaware Park. Tomorrow, we have a big day in store for you on Saturday. It's our annual Autism Awareness Day for you on Saturday. We're going to have some special guests joining us all afternoon doing Riders Up in the Paddock, post-parade call with our announcer Josh Brown. Should be a special day for Autism Awareness Day tomorrow. Plus, we have 3 races scheduled for the turf, so hopefully we'll have some nice weather and we'll have our races on the grass to feature. The $75,000 Sussex is scheduled for the turf tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have some nice weather and have a big Autism Awareness Day for you on Saturday. Our handle for Friday, a little shy of 2 million. Thanks to all our fans and bettors for making it happen, and thanks to all our horsemen and horses for putting on a great show. Have a great Friday night, and we hope to see you here on Saturday.
There's only one Delaware Park, the greatest one. Delaware Park, tradition